Do we know why the recording is on? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Can hear you.
I don't know why this is
Yes.
recording. Let me try to turn it off. Let me ping Carla, Eula, over there.
Recording is on. Hi, everybody. Who's recording this?
Hi, Carla. You know, when I logged on, it was already recording.
Yeah, me too.
My hair isn't done. Sorry,
It looks beautiful, Carla.
Huh?
It looks beautiful. Your hair looks beautiful.
No, it doesn't. I did my, bike riding this morning, and then I've been on calls since then. So I'm a little bit messy. I don't think we're going to have a very long meeting because all of us, Eula and I were on the phone trying to talk turkey. It's crazy. Turkeys. Okay, who was the first person that came in to the meeting? They must have started the recording.
And why does it keep saying recording is on? That's really annoying.
I think it's whoever's the moderator I think only the moderators can turn on and off recording.
Well, you know what though, Lenore, I was thinking we're all so busy and crazed, we should maybe not have the meeting, but then I realized this is the last meeting for you.
I know.
And I was so glad you came so that we could at least, honor and thank you for everything that you have contributed to us in these few short years. It really has been great.
It has been a lot of fun working with everybody, and I kind of wanted to give everybody an update, just what the transition plan is, and let y'all know what we're planning for our youth and families contact, because it definitely is a priority for the library to continue having that position. But for the time being, Sylvia will actually be the contact for everything that is youth and families. They're thinking it'll take about 3 to 6 months for a recruitment for my position, but Sylvia actually has a lot of youth services background, so she is a perfect fit for this position, and will actually also be hiring 2 literacy program assistant positions. So one of those positions will start next week, and then the other one will start that week of December 7th. So I'll actually be working through the 27th. So I have like a full month of just wrapping everything up, and then we'll work with Patty on what the next steps will be. Sorry, my dog is in the background and is just like loves to call all over me.
He's like a cat.
You're filthy. It's like a cat.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
So wait, when you said you're saying December 27th, you'll still be working remotely?
No, November 27th. So I gave my notice at the beginning of this November 27th.
I think your dog's ready for you
What's
to
his
be
name?
free.
Oh my God, what's his name?
That's Rusty. He actually made a debut in one of our Building Blocks for Kindergarten videos, and he's literally a cat.
He's so cute.
He just wants to be like right there all the time.
He can hear that we're talking about him.
Adorable.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, Lenore. I mean, I know I've worked with Sylvia in the past, so it's going to be great. A lot of us have, and we're happy for you. Tell us what you're doing.
So I am moving back to Dallas. I've been in LA for 5 years now, and obviously COVID has put a lot into perspective, and that's where my family is. So moving back home, and I accepted a position as an early childhood librarian at one of our neighboring private schools from the private school that I went to growing up, and I'll be focusing on just 3 years old to 4th grade. So that's my favorite age range. I'm really, really excited to have that direct impact with that age group specifically. So I'm pretty excited.
They're very lucky to have you. Super lucky.
They are.
Well, I don't know if anybody else wants to say anything to you, Lenora, but I know that we really enjoyed all of the innovative things you brought for summer lunch program. And, that's been just great. And you're just such it's been a great team player and thinking of cool new things for us to work on. So appreciate you. And you're great at writing grants.
You've been awesome, Lenore. I have such a special place in my heart for Roger. I thought he was irreplaceable, and you're completely different, but as competent, and just you've been such a pleasure to work with. It's been really nice getting to know you. I'm sad to see you go, especially back to Texas. Go back to Texas. No, I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. I will have summers off, so you will probably see me still in Santa Monica.
Oh, great.
Lenore, congratulations. And thank you for everything you brought to Santa Monica and our youth programs. You've been amazing, and I'm sad to see you leave, but I do wish you the best. And I know being close to home is important, probably now more than ever. So embrace them, be with your family, and I'm sure you're going to soar there, just like you soared here. And those kiddos are just so lucky to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep in touch. KIT.
I got to echo at what everybody is saying, and I sent you a note already, of course, right? And I don't know how many of you guys may know this, but Lenore and I share a special connection as we were in our supervisory academy together, and she was my finals partner. So, and we had to do our skit together, and so that's how I truly got to know her, and that's where our bond first really initiated and started. And again, everything of what you bring to the team and really has been truly amazing and innovative. And we all just thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best. Those children are so lucky to have you. They just don't know. And the light that you have is, you just shine a light wherever you go. And I know that you will beam up that whole entire city and state. So good luck to you, dear.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. You're going to make me cry.
Cry, it's good for you.
Well, good luck in Texas. Thanks for albeit I've only got to know you since June, but good luck with everything. I love Texas. Hopefully you're not a Cowboys fan, but can't talk to you if you're a Cowboys.
Watch yourself. Careful.
Stop it. Okay, now, other than that, best of luck. I love Texas. So, that's, so best of luck with all that. And I'm sure Rusty will enjoy it as well.
I appreciate all the work you did with our program, especially this past summer. Lenore is one of those, we've never run this type of programming in the summer, given all the restrictions and guidelines. And I really do appreciate the time that you took to work with Jackie and our program to get that all those books for the kids in our summer program and keep them reading throughout the summer. So that was a very positive experience for the kids and something that I really saw the benefits every day in programming. So thank you for that and good luck. Good luck in Texas.
Thank you. I definitely hope we can continue that because that was such a great opportunity to get all of those books in a different way of checking out materials.
Well, okay. Thank you, Lenore. And I think that I know Eric will be following up with you about that little book club idea and then turning it over to Sylvia, I'm sure. And then if there's other projects that people have before you go. But yeah, again, thank you. I think we could probably just do a check-in because I know a number of us have been just overwhelmed and swamped with some, imminent projects. So I don't know how far we all are on things. I do want to say that in terms of the child protection administrative instruction, that was something that we were going to be talking about. And so actually, Eula, Concepcion, myself, and Ivy, we had a meeting last week to sort of review the requirements. And we decided that there are so many things in flux that we really cannot begin to start doing to implement the requirements of the AI. And so we did raise that up to Satara to talk with Andy about, just to ensure that everyone's on the same page, that we will not be able to start implementing the AI until we're out of COVID. That's the sort of goal, because some of the requirements are like naming a child protection officer, setting up a committee. These are things that we don't, they're not going to apply, that they're going to have a different application once we're out of COVID. Like we could start and put it into place now, but we would then have to go and redo it anyway. And most of our current current roles are what we're doing, our protocols comply with the AI just based on the number of kids that we have and how we have to run things. So I think we'll be okay. I don't know, Eula, Concepcion, did you want to add anything? Ivy's not on the call, so.
I think you hit it spot on. I really don't have much to add. Concepcion, do you?
Nothing here. We'll wait and put that on hold like so many other things due to COVID and what's gonna happen next in programming and kind of what the county is going to tell us.
Yeah, Concepcion, do you have any updates have you heard anything from the district or from county about these rising numbers, and is it going to impact programming? Have you?
Nothing yet. What the county has said is that programs that are running will continue to run. I know that the district has applied for the waiver to open TK through second. I doubt that they're going to get that anytime soon because from my contacts at the county and the state, what they've told me is that no new ones will be issued at the moment. So anybody who has one and is operational, they'll continue to operate, but they won't be approving any new ones at the moment. And the waiver that we are waiting for or in the process of, I'm at the final step, which is the processing the trust line, setting up trust line, which is the live scan. I'm calling it like Live Scan Plus that we have to enlist in through the state, which is it's kind of like the final step before they give us our waiver. And that is all of our staff who will be working in program, because we'll be under a state waiver, we have to abide by state guidelines to operate. And one of those is implementing the use of TrustLine, which is live scan plus an extra background check that covers the California child abuse law. So I don't think it's going to be a quick process, even if I had the waiver tomorrow, because currently all of the paperwork that I have to fill out is sitting with city attorney's office, and hoping that, because I have to go through the EOC and then city attorney to review and then submit that final requirement, and then the state could say, okay, but then we still have to get all of our staff processed through them. So we have to get live scanned again, and then they have to go through TrustLine, and everything is done via US mail. Nothing is done electronically. So when I get asked, like, when do you anticipate? And when we were working on budget projections, it made it really hard, because we're projecting that, tomorrow we might get our waiver, but we have to go through this TrustLine process, which means that we would maybe be able to operate in January or probably not till February. So projections for programming on school sites really just gets pushed out. But that's the new way of doing things under this waiver and COVID. So I do know, as far as the district, they're going to be opening up the child care for district employees, and then at Roosevelt and Grant. And then they're also going to be opening up one infant program. And then the district, again, you probably all are aware that they're also going to be surveying and holding some meetings with parents about reopening coming up also. Which it sounds like that already took place, but now they're doing it again. So I can understand that, quite frankly. Like, did something happen in between, and now they're going back to square one? I know Dr. Dradi is just focused on trying to get schools open. Some schools have already launched with in LA County with the hybrid model. So I wonder what's kind of brewing in the background on that.
I would say, as a parent attending the middle school and high school ones, it's just a lot of people are Santa Monica vocal and not happy with, a lot of different things that are being proposed. And like Shelton at Samo High last week had his own call that didn't even have Dradi. And I just think Dradi has fumbled the ball a couple of times, which may be part of it. I don't know. I don't know, Eula, if you've been in any of those meetings for elementary school, but
I've been in several of them, and it's pretty much what you've said. No one's really quite happy of the way things are going right now, and especially a lot of the Franklin families have been on the other little blog that I'm on, have really been voicing their displeasure with everything. So I don't know what's really going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't think this affects Crest and all their art programs so much, but I can say, especially for Samo, I don't see them going back. They're talking about probably a distance plus, where it's distance learning, and then you go in for like my daughter is taking chemistry this year, but hasn't had any in-person lab, so maybe small cohorts go actually to campus and have a lab, things like that, art, where you need to be there, just because cohorts are so hard in middle and high schools, because everybody has a different schedule, unlike elementary school where you all have the same teacher. And so a lot of what's coming up is, okay, if we do cohorts at SAMO, for example, kids might are going to end up having different teachers, and people don't want their teachers switched when we're already this far into the year. So I don't see them going back middle and high school this school year.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That would have to switch. All right, well, thanks a lot for the school district update. Maybe we can just go around and hear what's going on for the holidays, for the winter break session, and if there's anything anyone wants to share about upcoming programs and events. So, Liz, you want to start?
Yeah, we're getting ready for our winter enrichment registration. Registration will open on November 30th and run up until December 24th. The enrichment session will start January 4th, so right after the winter break, and will run for 8 sessions. We're going to be offering a total of 8 classes virtually, which is more than what we're currently offering. Our fall session actually ends this week. And it's been very successful. We've received positive feedback from parents. I think everyone's happy with, the virtual options that we're offering to them. We're also taking registration now for winter camp. We'll have 2 weeks of that during the winter break, and we will be running out of Miles Playhouse here at Reed Park.
Monica, you want to go?
Yeah, so we are gearing up for winter break. We are currently planning what activities and enrichment classes we're going to have. Staff is working pretty hard figuring that out. We are going to keep our same kids that we have right now within our pods. They're just going to transition over. If we do have, some people who will not be around for winter break, we're kind of like surveying the parents to see who will be around. And if we have space, then we'll probably bring in our waitlisters. But for the most part, it seems like everyone will be here for winter break, which is great. And then we're just going to keep them busy, doing lots of activities, trying to figure out arts and crafts or little field trips to go on locally that, the kids can walk to, just kind of have it feel like winter break. Yeah, so that's where we are at right now.
It's so sad. We can't go ice skating. We can't do any of those things.
Yeah.
Those are traditional.
Yeah.
Eric, you want to give an update?
Sure. Right now, obviously, we're still in programming right now for where we're at. We're fully enrolled for our in-person programming. We did start our virtual academic assistance and our artist in residence program. We have, I think, close to 35 kids enrolled for that, which is great for art with Marty, mixed media art with Tiffany, ukulele, Hawaiian ukulele, and we also have some academic assistance, which is a positive. We're also getting some more high school kids that are signing up for the academic assistance, which is great. So we're just getting them a little slotted. We're doing that 2 days a week. We're looking at expanding to a 3rd day a week. So right now we got about 10 or 12 kids for that, which is great. And slowly but surely, we're still getting a lot of interest and more people signing up for those, which is great. We have a youthful savings, program that we'll be piloting in December for our middle school program. There's about 4 to 5 kids that will be kind of basically creating their own product and selling it on an e-marketplace. It's about a 4 to 5 week class. They believe they get a $25 gift card or stipend for something for doing that and being able to sell the product. This is a national type thing, so they'll be interacting with kids possibly from New York and everything else too. So that's a pretty cool program that will start December 1st, which will be every Tuesday from about 5 to 6. So we've pinpointed about 5 of our middle school age kids to be able to do that. So we're pretty excited about that. Our staff are working together to get all that going. Holiday time, obviously, we're still, at least here at the park, we're figuring out our virtual La Posadas, over here at the park. And then also we're trying to figure out what we can do here with our kids during that time. We will be having winter camp 3 days a week, each of those 2 weeks, which is, I believe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and on 28th, 29th, and 30th. Sorry if I'm going fast. I just finished a pretty heavy espresso, so sorry about that. So I'm a little amped. So, and then talking about the Cowboys gets me a little angry. So, yeah. No, I'm just kidding you. Just messing with you. That's what we got going on. So we're excited with all the different programming we got happening. We've done the book checkout with Sylvia and everything at the Pico branch. So we're actually returning some books in today and getting another 25 to 30 books for our kids, which are regular books. We let the kids kind of choose them as well, so something that interests them, so which is very cool. Having the Pico branch here is obviously very easy, so we're utilizing the online system and the drop-off and pick up as well too. So we just kind of call over and pick up. So we're doing that every couple weeks to get some new books for our kids to be able to enjoy during our own homework time as well. So slowly but surely good. So I think same thing as PAL. A lot of our kids will roll over into the winter program. We do have quite a few kids interested in coming during winter. So we'll see how that goes. If obviously some kids aren't there, we'll see what we can do to fill some of the gaps to give these kids some opportunities to enjoy some of the great things we do here at Virginia Avenue Park.
Thank you. Luis, do you have any updates for us?
Yeah, well, we're still running our Crest Club program out of Miles Playhouse, and several of the kids, have shown interest in kind of rolling over into our winter program as well. We just haven't seen them yet, as some families are month to month in their payments. So we hope to see some of them kind of roll over into our winter program. We had a very successful Dia de los Muertos event, Halloween/party during the Halloween holidays and stuff like that. So kids really really had a good time doing something like that. They're looking into having a Friendsgiving event towards the end of the month, as well as collaborating with Santa Monica Police Department and also the fire department to come out and do some, presentations to the kids about safety and things like that. So, we got that going on. We also have staff kind of researching alternative type programming that we can run at the schools within the small little gap of guidelines that we can or cannot be on school campus, kind of like maybe like a Crest Fit Kids type program, as well as like a Crest Grows program and possible a trades type program during the break. So these are stuff that we're kind of developing right now and just putting the proposals together for Concepcion to review and see if that's something that we can run in the near future, given all the spike in current cases. I don't know how exactly that's going to work, but we're trying to just think outside the box and trying to think of some other types of activities that we can engage the youth. We do still get a lot of calls and inquiries from families about active in-person activities, and so we're trying to figure out how we can walk that little tightrope of guidelines to try to figure out something for the kids, possibly at the schools. But yet, we're still in the waiver process for that, as Concepcion mentioned. That's it.
Thank you, Luis.
Welcome.
Eula, did you have anything? I think Monica covered it.
I had to find Monica covered everything for us. I don't have anything further.
Concepcion, do you have any? Liz and Luis covered most of it.
We're all covered. Thank you.
Okay. I wanted to propose that we not meet in December just because of the holidays, and I'm not sure exactly what day this would fall on, which will be probably a busy time. So I'd like to propose that we cancel December and just resume in January. And Lenore will be sure to add Sylvia to the invite list.
Okay, perfect.
Is that okay with everyone? Okay. So Eula, if you can send out the cancellation because it's from the PAL mailbox. Natasha, I didn't ask you if you had anything to contribute. My apologies. Do you have any updates for us?
No. Sorry, I did want to ask over at Miles Playhouse. I happened to walk around Reed Park. It was a Saturday though, and I know Concepcion, you said before there were just maybe some issues with families and some of the homeless folks we have hanging out. Have there been any recent issues around the Playhouse, or
It's pretty much ongoing. It's pretty much ongoing. There's a group of regulars that hang out in the front steps of the Playhouse, freebasing on, at any time of the day, which is, it's extremely upsetting to me that this is taking place, and that, the order to not enforce amongst homeless is very upsetting to me for this reason. I don't care if it's 2 kids that we have in that building. This is something that deters anybody from bringing their kids to program here. And for me, I take walks around here, around the building, around the park on a daily basis for this very reason. I mean, I feel like each and every one of those kids is my responsibility. And the fact, I'm surprised that a parent or any member of the public has not taken a picture of that and put it on the front page of the paper. It's just so upsetting. It's nothing that I've talked to the ambassadors. All of us here, the groundskeepers, everybody's in close communication, but there's nothing that we can do about it individually. We can't approach these individuals because, for obvious reasons, but they're here and all around the park, and the city's not going to do anything about it.
Has any of the street teams been out there to just?
They're here regularly, but they can't do anything either. And nobody's they come around, ask them if they want COVID tests. They say no. They offer them socks. Nothing's going to happen until something is enforceable by law. And in addition to that, until the government makes decisions about handling the mental health crisis and the drug addiction crisis on the streets. And, we see it across LA County and beyond. So I guess it's just unfortunate, and it's what we deal with, what we live with. And
yeah, but sometimes if we could say to the street teams, call it relentless engagement, like show up every single day. The help team should show up like every day, make sure that's on their list to target, especially anybody that's on the steps and does the sit-lie law. It's got to apply to Miles Playhouse so that they can't sit there during the day. I mean, there's got to be.
Nothing is enforceable right now. And last night I had a long conversation with a police officer about these very issues, and their hands are tied as well. I mean,
was it a help team officer?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Sorry, maybe not keep everybody on this, but maybe this is a conversation we should try to have with Maggie, just to really focus whatever resources. I know we've had.
It's frustrating.
It's up to you. I know.
Yeah.
I talk to bad over there.
Yeah, I check in with Brian on a regular basis, and he is very responsive, and the teams they're here, it's just, I don't know how much more could be done with what is allowable at this moment. It's just not, and the future doesn't look any better as far as, we have Gascon that was elected, and he's not going to do anything about it because he's not going to, we already know what side he's on. And so there's not going to be a change. It's just going to get worse, is what I hear from county and city people. It's just going to get, they say, brace yourself because this will get worse. It's not going to get better.
Yeah,
So the health team,
I would just like
all of
our,
the teams that we have are just, it's unfortunate, but it's not going to change anything.
okay.
I'm sorry, my frustration is really coming through because it really troubles me that we
Reed
have,
Park is pretty intense.
yeah. And it's a lot more intense than people think. And these are our own police officers that are telling me this. We can reactivate as much as we, get directed or come up with ideas to do, but it's just not. It's not going to help. Here anyway. And across the city, because this isn't the only hub.
Right. Are you guys, well, school's out next Wednesday, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because St. Monica is doing their Thanksgiving meal. They're doing a pickup. I don't know if you've heard about that, but I think it's on Thanksgiving Day or that Wednesday where it's going to be a big draw.
They're going to be delivering also, from what I understood yesterday. Somebody told me that. So they're going to be doing a little both. So the fact that they'll be doing deliveries will probably, they won't see as many people.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to end on a sour note, Carla.
I'm sorry. I wish I were
That
happy
was
about it, but I'm not.
No, it's intense.
Yeah,
I know.
we feel you a lot. All right. Well, everybody have a good Turkey Day.
Yes.
And bon voyage, Lenore. Please send us pictures. Work on turning that state blue. And we have faith in you there. And then everybody else will talk in January.
Thanks, Carla.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Lenore. Take care.
Bye.